Okay, I'm here by myself for a week. I should probably practice what I'm going to say to the judge. Take one. Well, you see, Judge, I was giving Stormy a small loan just to help her out. I didn't even know her. Well, actually, I did know her. Well, only a little. This is going to take a while to get right. Take 24. Well, you see, Judge, I'm a nice guy who gives lots of small loans to people, and Stormy needed one because the sky was blue that day. Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. I think I might be going crazy. Take 56. Well, you see, Judge, I really like vanilla ice cream, and so does Stormy. And she likes I think it's the green cash, and I'm starting to sound like Sleepy Joe. What's going on? Take 213. Well, you see, Judge, I was eating the Blue Rock candy because the sky was green that day. And then I think my doctor gave me some of the Coke, and then I had the vanilla ice cream with my buddy Sleepy Joe and Stormy.
Your 1 week of solitary confinement is up, Trump. You can come out now.
Finally! I was reaching levels of crazy that I didn't even know were possible.
You've returned from your week in solitary confinement. How was it?
Awful. I was going crazy in there. Wait a minute, didn't you get released?
Yes, but for the purposes of this video series, I'm still under arrest.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Hey, Andrew, my court date is coming up soon, and I've got nothing for them, and I really want to get out of here. Got any advice?
You need a good lawyer. I've got a really good one. Let me call him and he can help you out. Hey, man, I've got a new client for you. Yeah, I know you're busy, but this is a high-profile client who's willing to pay a lot.
Hey, wait a minute. I never said that.
Oh, he was just saying how much he's looking forward to working with you. I know the last high-profile client didn't work out, but please just give him a chance. You will? Great. Great news, he's willing to work with you.
How much is this going to cost?
Money is a small price to pay for being able to leave the Matrix.
That doesn't help me, Andrew.
Listen, this guy is the top G of lawyers. He knows how to get people out of some tough situations. He's your best shot at getting out of here.
All right, this better work out.
Holy crow, Andrew wasn't messing around when he said high profile.
Yes, I know I'm amazing. I need you to help me get out of prison.
No problemo. Tell me why you're in the big house.
I shouldn't be in here. It's all a misunderstanding, they're saying.
Okay, cut the whole I'm innocent skit and tell me what actually happened. I'm your lawyer, not your judge.
What do you mean, innocent skit? I did nothing wrong.
All right, listen, I'm not saying what you did was wrong, but whatever you did was illegal, and if you want me to get you out of jail, I need to know why you were in jail. Does that make you feel better about yourself?
Okay, fine, I'll tell you what happened. I gave Stormy some hush money while I was campaigning for the presidency and falsified some of the business records.
I assume this hush money was because she did you a little favor as you admired her work?
I plead the fifth.
Look at you knowing your constitutional rights.
It's just ridiculous. The left really has it out for me. I didn't do anything wrong. The people on the left are just crazy. They are preventing me from making America great again.
You can ramble about this all you want. Just remember, I charge an hourly rate.
Okay, Mr. Wait, what's your name?
Saul Goodman.
Okay, Mr. Saul Goodman, how do I get out of this?
Well, we need to convince the jury that there were legit business expenses and that you didn't falsify business records.
I tried telling them it was just a rounding error since I'm so rich.
A rounding error? Dude, the detectives can do first-grade math.
So how do we convince them it was a legit business expense?
Well, you tell me. You're the businessman. What are some of your businesses?
Well, I have a lot of real estate and own a lot of hotels and golf courses.
Perfect. Let's say that Stormy was like your property manager for your hotels and that she does a really good job and you're a generous guy, so you gave her a generous salary to show your appreciation for her work.
Are people really going to believe this?
People will believe in anything if you give them a good enough story, or should say Stormy. Ha ha, I should have just been a comedian instead of a lawyer. I would be doing way less paperwork.
Okay, do you need anything else from me?
Nope, don't worry. This case will be easier than Shaq doing a slam dunk.
Saul, what should I do?
Just sit here while I talk and pretend you're paying attention and look like you care.
Oh man, I don't know if I can do that. I'm already starting to get bored.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we have gathered here today to discuss the case of Mr. Donald Trump and if he falsified his business records. Now, before we begin, the standard rules of the law don't apply in this courtroom because this is a YouTube video, so I get to decide how this thing goes. Mr. Saul Goodman, please make your case as to why Mr. Donald Trump is innocent of falsifying business records.
Thank you, Judge. As you all know, my client is the former president of the United States, a great one, might I add. During his presidential campaign, he was very busy, running for president. Now, President Trump is not your average president because he is also a businessman, so he needed some help running all his great businesses.
Objection. Can I just add one thing before Saul continues?
What, did you just really object your own lawyer?
Objection granted.
President Trump pleads the fifth.
You can't plead the fifth for him.
Oh, come on, man.
While we're in the courtroom, I would just like to say something about January 6th.
Donald, plead the fifth and then shut up if you want to get out of prison.
Oh, fine, I plead the fifth. Happy now?
Sorry for my outburst, Judge. Anyway, President Trump needed help running his businesses, so he hired his business friend Stormy to be a property manager who has done a great job managing properties. President Trump is also a very generous man, so he gave her a big salary. Now, there were a couple of paperwork issues, which is why Trump looks guilty of falsifying business records. But I really don't think we want to arrest the former president of the United States over a paperwork issue that can be easily resolved.
Thank you, Mr. Saul Goodman. The jury will now make their decision. The jury has made a decision. They find Mr. Donald Trump is guilty of falsifying business records and has given him a 200-year prison sentence.
What, 200 years? You can't even get 200 years for falsifying business records.
Like I said earlier, Mr. Saul Goodman, this isn't a real court, it's a YouTube video.
This is ridiculous. The entire jury must be made up of Democrats.
Oh, not only is the entire jury made up of Democrats, but they are all Bernie Sanders supporters.
I demand a recount.
So how did it go?
Not good at all. The entire jury was made up of Democrats, so I had no chance. I knew this lawyer of yours was a waste of time.
Sounds like it wasn't his fault. Looks like you just got unlucky. How long are you in for?
200 years?
Jesus, maybe it was his fault. I thought he was the top G.
Trump, your lawyer wants to talk to you.
Oh, great. What does he want now? This better be quick. I know you charge a high hourly rate, and you already messed up my shot at freedom.
Okay, I know you're mad and it didn't go well, but we do have one more option.
What is it?
So this is a long shot, but I think it could work. What you need to do is get the presidential pardon, which would free you from prison.
But I'm not the president anymore.
You're not, but your ice cream licking pal, Sleepy Joe, is. So if we give him a call and ask really nicely and use your manners, maybe he can hook you up with a presidential pardon.
Okay, let's do it. Call him up.
What do you mean, call him up? Who do you think I am? I don't just have the president of the United States on speed dial. You need to call him.
I don't have his number either.
That's a bummer. Well, I guess you're screwed. Then good luck spending the rest of your life in prison.
What did Saul have to say?
He said we had one more option, which was to get the presidential pardon from Joe.
Okay, so are you going to get it?
Well, neither of us know Joe's number, so I guess I'm just stuck in here forever.
Hey, wait a minute. I have an idea. What if you gave yourself the presidential pardon?
I can't. I'm not the president anymore.
Yes, but what if you became the president again? You could run for president from prison. Lots of people still like you, and if you win the election, you could then give yourself the presidential pardon.
Wait, that might be just crazy enough to work.
And I've heard you and Pence had a falling out, so I could be your vice president.
Perfect. Let's do it. I want you to subscribe to Neon Apples. Also, stay tuned for part 3 and watch part 1 if you haven't already.